I'm currently 44 years old. I was diagnosed with a major depressive disorder when I was about 20, and ADHD just last year. The reason the ADHD diagnosis came so late is that since I've never been overly energetic and I never had too much difficulty paying attention, I never even considered the possibility that I might have ADHD. Also, there is a ton of overlap between symptoms of ADHD and depression. Low motivation, fatigue, irritability, mood disorder, procrastination and avoidance, guilt, low self-esteem, and difficulty with concentration. So while I have experienced all those symptoms for as long as I can remember, in my younger years I just attributed them to the depression. Another issue is that those symptoms all seem somewhat subjective. What is a normal level of concentration supposed to be? Maybe I'm just lazy. That's pretty much what I've thought my whole life. I'm just lazy. What is my mood supposed to be like? How am I supposed to feel? Surely some amount of irritability is normal. Everyone's experience of consciousness is different, so there must be some normal amount of variation. At what point does your experience become abnormal and in need of correction? There may be simple answers to these questions. Please let me know if there are, because I never found them. In any case, throughout my adult life, I've tried many different antidepressant medications. None of them really did much of anything for me, likely due to the untreated ADHD. But again, I don't necessarily know how I'm supposed to feel, so it's difficult to judge how effective they actually were. For a long time, I gave up on medications altogether and just kind of accepted that this is how I am, this is how life is going to be. Fast forward to a few months ago, I was back to seeing a psychiatrist again, trying more different medications that still weren't doing anything. After a while, he referred me to a relatively new program for treatment-resistant depression called Spravato, or aka Esketamine. Esketamine is a derivative of the illegal drug ketamine. The FDA approved it a few years ago for depression patients who have unsuccessfully tried several different antidepressants. It comes in a nasal spray. You have to take it at the doctor's office because they need to monitor you for 2 hours. It only actually lasts about 45 minutes to an hour, but then for a time after that, you're still feeling kind of out of it, and you're not supposed to drive for a while after that either. My treatment plan, which I think is common, is to go twice a week for the first 4 weeks, once a week for the next 4 weeks, and then after that, once every other week for maintenance. I'm currently at the end of my 3rd week, so I've had 6 treatments so far. In that time, it already seems far more effective than any of the other medications I've tried. Specifically, since I've started treatment, I found myself much more likely to get up and do the things that need to be done. I've started making and posting these videos, which is something I never would have dreamed of doing in the past. So for now, at least, I'm cautiously optimistic. We'll see where things go from here, but so far so good. I haven't been as lucky with the ADHD. It's only been 6, 7, 8 months, somewhere around there. The medications I've tried so far mainly just made me kind of jittery and anxious. They haven't really improved my focus at all. My main issue is focus and not finishing things that I start. That's a whole topic in itself that I will likely explore further in another video detailing all my academic failures. So make sure you subscribe to hear all about that. Let me know in the comments what you're struggling with, if you can relate to any of this, have any suggestions for me, or questions about any of the stuff I discussed today. Hang in there, and remember, you matter. Until you multiply yourself by the speed of light squared, then you energy.